what can you tell us about Karate Kid Legends? What?
Hey guys, I just watched the Cobra Kai panel. I filmed the whole thing. There was some weird angles I had to adjust to. Don't worry, it's all got on there. It always gets fixed. Enjoy the panel.
Without further ado, let's bring on the cast of Cobra Kai. First up, Ralph Macchio. Where's Ralph? Here he comes. Look who's here, everybody. They love you too. Up next, William Zabka. Come on up, William. So, look who it is, everybody. Who can be up next with Miss Peyton List? Peyton, come on up. Look who it is. Jacob Bertrand. Where's Jacob? Get up here, Jacob. Oh, we're good. Yep. We're good. Good. You're on the mics. All right, good. We're good. Welcome, Jacob.
Hello, everyone.
Is Miss Vanessa Rubio, is she up here? There she is! Is it Mr. DeCenzo here? Is it Mr. DeCenzo here? Yes, welcome here, Gianni DeCenzo. What's up? And finally, Mr. Xolo Maridueña. Come on up, Xolo! Welcome. Yeah, y'all take the seats. I'm gonna be standing up. Y'all are good. I'm gonna be standing up. Y'all gonna be nice and cozy together. Wow, yeah. Look at that.
How did I end up in this seat? Me and Ralph were gonna share a seat.
Yeah, okay, we're good. I'm gonna stand up. Y'all are fine. Y'all enjoy yourself. By the way, everybody, cast, welcome to San Antonio, first and foremost.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't tell me to sit down next to us. I'm gonna listen to Blue Beetle before it beats me up. First of all, I gotta ask the genesis to bring it back after that. William. Oh,
Thank you, Ralph.
Okay, perfect.
Ralph just gave me the nice big comfortable seat. That's the smaller seat. I get it.
A little bit higher than Johnny Lawrence.
So Daniel.
Well, I guess a question for William and Ralph here. Talk about the genesis of bringing it back, starting from a YouTube series, then launching to Netflix. What sparked it? Why bring it back?
It was all us. We just told the whole thing ourselves. No. Well, to try to cut to the chase, it was John, Josh, and Hayden who create the show, came to Billy and myself with this concept from two different perspectives, which is kind of how the show works. And we, jumped in or stuck our toe in the water, and boy, were we smarter than we actually were, because it turned out pretty good. That's the quick peek.
What about you, William?
Yeah, that's right. So the guys came to us and pitched us the show individually. I was in LA, Ralph was in New York. I worked with Josh Heald on Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah.
So I knew Josh, and then John Horowitz and Hayden. I met, they came on the set, so I knew them. I always had a good feeling about the guys and thought maybe one day we'd do something together. And I got an email one day from Josh Heald saying, hey, John and Hayden and I want to talk to you about a project. I thought it might be Harold and Kumar Part 7 or so I'm like, sure. So I said, but I didn't want to go over the hill in the Beverly Hills. So I'm like, come to the Valley. We're going to meet at Don Cuco's Mexican restaurant. And we're going to eat chips in the back.
Sure.
So we did that, and then they didn't even let me finish a basket of chips before they spit out Karate Kid, Cobra Kai, Johnny Lawrence, which really spun my head around, because at that point, who could ever imagine after so many decades go by that, to actually play these guys again. So I said, well, you can't just write something like this, you have to get permission. They said Sony's already signed off on it, and all the people, all the red tape, they've gone through all the tape, so all they had to do is get me. And I said, okay. And then I said, well, based on what I hear so far, I'm in. I said, now what? They said, now we have to go get Ralph. And knowing how squirrely Ralph is about Karate Kid and all this stuff, I said, good luck with that. And so the next day, or the next couple of days, they flew to New York and met with Ralph. And Ralph called me one day, and I picked up the phone and said, what did I say, Ralph?
Yeah.
I've been expecting
I've been
this
waiting
call.
for this call. I kind of thought this would be you. No, because when they came to me in New York, I'd always been, for the most part, I felt, leave well enough alone. Because he couldn't leave well enough alone. I think that, and so I had these three guys sit down in front of me and say, okay, we want to do the show Cobra Kai. So it's like a slight gut punch. Okay, keep going. And we want to redeem Johnny Lawrence's character. Okay, you have not gotten me at hello. And then they started talking about the perspective. They started talking about these guys, talking about Miguel and some of these younger characters and where they would go and how that would affect these characters, as in Johnny and Daniel, and the growth and evolution of that, and how they flipped the script and then would flip it back. And I just believe that they really cared and wanted to make the show that you guys would want to see. And they delivered and then some on that. So that's the end of that long-winded answer.
When did you know this was going to be a hit? Wow, the fan feedback is exciting, because before you guys came up to the stage, I asked a lot of the fans already. They said, no, we're not team original, we're not team generation, we're team the whole universe. So when did you realize we got something here? When the fans started reacting to it?
Yeah, the fans, listen, there was a teaser that they put out, just like a 1-minute teaser that led to me stepping in the dojo and Johnny and I squaring off and saying, this isn't over. And so there was such a groundswell off of that, even though it didn't go into any depth of the series. We always felt if you brought them to the well, they'd drink the water. It's just how to get them there and how to navigate it in a way that would be entertaining and not a retread.
Yeah.
And make it fresh and original.
What about you, William?
Well, also we released YouTube. We went and pitched. After we did their meetings, we ran around town and tried to sell the show. And YouTube was the first company we walked into, and they bought it on the spot. They're like, we want to order a whole full series right now. Never happens on a pitch meeting. They never did. So we'll take the whole thing. And we went around town, and so we came on YouTube, which was, it wasn't Netflix. We didn't come out with a bang. It was more like we were an indie band to start, and we were kind of obscure and hard to find. People were like, did we like this or not? And so we kind of I think as far as knowing when the show was super successful, I think was when it went to Netflix after they released 1 and 2 and then dropped 3. That was whoa, now we're it just the doors
that was just a global explosion.
Yeah, every step of the way just felt good. I think we're all pretty oriented in where we are and how we got here, and the fans, you guys are all the biggest part of that. You're the air and the sails, so thank you all.
Any pressure for you and Ralph to deliver? considering its
A
roots?
little pressure for Ralph. They knew I was going to deliver.
Oh, you were good. It was all you, Ralph, pretty much?
That's the inner me you hear over there. Inner me kids crying.
That's a great quick synopsis, quick summation of how it restarted to where it is now. Let's talk with the new generation carrying the torch. Peyton, start with you. When you caught on, were you like, oh my goodness, I'm in Cobra Kai. When did it hit you?
Yeah, definitely. I watched the first season of the show. I watched the original movies and then watched the first season of the show before coming on. I came in mid-second season, so I was a fan of the show. So I was really excited to be there.
Yeah. Any pressure to live up to that standard that, the 80s movie set to what it is now?
I think so. I think that I also was at an age where I didn't put as much pressure on myself. But now I think I would put a bit more going into it. But I was just so excited to be there and so present.
Did you feel it swelling with every episode, every season? Wow, I like where this is going. This is really good. I'm a part of it.
Yeah, I was supposed to start off as a guest star.
Yeah.
So the fact that I got to come in for more episodes than just a few was so exciting to me. I was so happy to be there. When the writer sat me down and told me they had future plans for my character, I was just, I was
ready
over
to rock and roll, huh?
Yeah.
Mr. Bertrand? Gotta ask you. A lot of fans are asking me, please ask him about the Mohawk. Please ask him about the Mohawk. So I gotta ask you about the Mohawk. Tell us about that. No Mohawk today.
No Mohawk, sorry.
Well, first of all, what was it like for you to join the cast? And what's the process of that Mohawk, putting it on every day?
Oh, yeah. The process of joining, I originally auditioned for the Dimitri role.
Oh, interesting.
Gianni just did so much better than me. Yeah. they looked at my tape and were like, well, he's not Gianni, but he did okay. You know, and I went and auditioned for the role of Eli, and in those audition sides, it was like one line, and it was So it was like, oh, you were good, but not that good. And then in the audition room, I got told that there's a Hawk character, and I thought they were completely separate, and I didn't know that there was the same character until I was on set the first day, and Josh Keeled, one of our writers, like, oh yeah, you're gonna have a great arc, you're gonna get a back tattoo, you're gonna break people's arms and kiss all these girls, it's gonna be sick. And he got pulled away, and I was like, what? So it was a total whirlwind for me. I booked it on a Friday, flew out on a Monday, and started filming right away.
Yeah.
The process of getting the mohawk on, I really didn't want to do it when I first started, because I loved my hair, and I'd never dyed my hair before.
Yeah, so flowing, isn't it? Look at that.
Oh yeah, I got thick head of hair. And my dad sat me down and was like, Jacob, if I could have a mohawk at my job,
And did that seal it for you? Like,
yeah, I was like, okay, Dad, I'll get a mohawk for you. Please love me. But back then, it would take about 45 minutes to an hour, and back then the lip scar was way more prominent too, so it was a big prosthetic piece they put on, so I'd be in hair and makeup for like 2 hours, which did kind of suck.
Yeah.
But
opening wounds there. Look at you're like going into your.
But you know, in season 4, when I had to get my mohawk shaved off, I was really fighting back against it. Cause it's like, what? No, this is my mohawk. You're gonna take this away from me. Yeah, very topsy-turvy emotions for me.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Hello, Vanessa.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Good stuff. Well, same question. What was it like for you to join this cast or join this universe?
Oh my gosh. Total surprise. And I like this analogy of an indie band, by the way.
That was a good one.
That's exactly how it felt. Because it felt like we didn't know what this was going to become. And we were with YouTube at the time. So it was kind of, I sent in 2 self-tapes. I was living in New York at the time. And I booked it. It seemed like, oh, okay, great. Show up, you know, meet these guys, put our best efforts in. And then, actually Rose, who plays my mother, she like looked at me and she was like, they're gonna make you the love interest of Johnny. And I was like, yeah, I don't think so. She's like, yeah. So I was also like Peyton, supposed to be a guest star first, and that's what it was for the first couple seasons. But there's something so sweet about those seasons, because it has that quality of like an indie band, like we're just there and we're just, you know, making this story happen. And then when it went to Netflix, it was just next level. Yeah. Yeah, it was wonderful.
Well, I get that vibe you mentioned about the indie band, because I started watching it on YouTube. And when I found the news that it was going to Netflix, like, wow, I got to see it when it was in grassroots, and then launching to a bigger stage here.
Which felt so appropriate because I grew up with the Karate Kid. You know, I was a kid watching it. And there was something so bizarre, like being on set with you, Rob, and you. I was just like, huh? Is this happening? But then also it felt normal because I had watched the movie so much, so it also felt quite normal, which was strange.
Yeah. Does your character take credit for settling down Johnny Lawrence?
Settling down? I don't know. What do you guys think?
What do you think?
I love my character. She just fit like a glove, and it's been a great pleasure.
Well, that's really good. Get insight there, Gianni. What up?
Hello, hi.
Well, welcome to San Antonio.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, everyone.
Any funny moments you'd like to share with us on set? Something that maybe...
He's never funny.
Oh, he's never funny?
I'm just going to walk away now. Thank you, Sensei. I appreciate that. I mean, I really loved Dimitri's spin on doing chores to learn karate. I mean, it was one of the first times I got to work with the great Ralph Macchio, who's kind of a jerk apparently. I got to work with him one-on-one. I was like, oh my God, my dad, you know, grew up watching this guy and now he's teaching me karate? Okay. This is like, who read my diary? Yeah, it was really fun. I think, you know, everyone on this show just works so well together. I think a family that can beat each other up one day and then hug it out the next day is a family that works. Maybe a little toxic, but we make it work. It's great.
Wow, what about you, the fan reception? I mean, you play a character that many can relate to. You know, what was it like carrying that? You know, being that underdog, you know, and rising up.
I thought you were going to say that many hate.
No.
My favorite thing is when they say, I hated your character at first. I wanted to punch him in the face. You and everyone else on the cast. It was embarrassing. But now,
exactly. It's shifted so much where it's more relatable.
I mean, nothing. They got over my annoyance. No, I think it's just great. I get people that come up to me and say that, you know, they really learned how to step outside of themselves watching Dimitri, which is something that I think, you know, I would never planned on doing this when I first started the part, but the fact that I could help anybody in any way like that is just, you know, it's really great. I'm very happy to do it because, you know, we're all socially awkward in high school. I definitely was. I mean, you saw me in my high school years. That's what I looked like in high school. Wouldn't you bully that? I mean, come on. I know I did. Yeah, but I'm very happy. I'm very grateful.
Good stuff. Hey, everybody, 5-minute warning. 5-minute warning. In about 5 minutes, we're going to get us taking questions. The microphone is right here, so start filling it up. And it'll be your time to talk to the cast of Cobra Kai in just a few minutes. Look at that rush there.
Run!
Look at that rush there, Ralph.
Right over each other.
That's a big run. Johnny, can you William, can you help us settle these? All right. Maybe that was bad. All right, up next is Mr. Xolo Maridueña. Everybody say hello. Welcome to San Antonio. Yeah, we're good. Check. All right, cool. All right, well, you know, taking on the I guess, the next Daniel LaRusso. I mean, that's pretty much what it was, the next Karate Kid, you know? What was that like for you, carrying that mantle?
I think for me, similar to what everyone was saying, I didn't know the gravity of what was to come.
Sure.
But I knew that Ralph and Billy just made me feel so comfortable, and I think really protected the rest of us, made sure that we weren't privy to all of the other kind of nonsense that this industry has. And like, I came in at 16 years old, like Gianni saying, a high schooler. And I was a bit nervous. It was the largest opportunity I'd ever had up to that point, so there were definitely some feelings about that moving across the country, but I'm just so grateful, and it's been so fun every step along the way.
How challenging were the physical scenes, you know, the action? I mean, was that pretty difficult, or you pretty much took to it pretty fast?
Yeah, I mean, I have plenty of video of like the crash course that we started at the beginning. Before we even started, I was so grateful that my character didn't know karate at the beginning, because I got to kind of spend the first couple of episodes learning, but now we have so much fun. We get to bring some references of our favorite, you know, martial arts movies to the table, and get to accomplish some of the coolest moves now. So we've come a long way for sure.
If there's one thing you could change about your character, what would that be?
Oh man.
Yeah, exactly. What do you hate about him?
What would I change? I wish maybe Miguel had a little bit more of a chip on his shoulder, and I wish not a spoiler, but I wish there was a moment where Miguel and Gianni had to fight other people together.
Back to back. Yes.
Yeah.
They never put it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been awesome.
But it might happen in the
It may happen.
Willie, did you
Johnny and Miguel take on a whole pack, you know, in like a back alley somewhere and save the valley. And then Hawk jumps in.
William, are you letting the cat out of the bag a little bit? Are you telling us something here?
We should have. I wish it was a back-to-back. Maybe we'll do something. Maybe.
He said a maybe, everybody. He said a maybe.
No, I would. We can do
There we go. Yeah.
Just
Everybody. Okay. Well, we got more than enough people to ask some questions. All right. Again, everybody, just limit to one question. They got to get back to their booths, so we're gonna keep this moving. All right. So up first, go ahead and say your name and your question.
Hi, my name is Lewis, and I just want to know, throughout your careers, I'm sure you guys got some great advice. I want to know, what was the worst piece of advice you've actually ever gotten?
Show up on time.
In life?
Overrated.
Worst piece of advice, don't do that Cobra Kai show.
Anybody else?
First piece of career advice? Or
Pretty much
advice
Any
in life?
advice in general?
Just in general? Yeah. Oh man.
Do it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Sure, you want to go there, William?
Oh man, nothing comes to mind. I mean,
All right.
piece of advice, there's so many pieces of advice. I mean, I'm the product of all the pieces of advice that were bad that I listened to.
There you go. There you go. There you
I mean,
go.
listen, I got an actor one. I mean, along the way, you go on auditions, and there's always somebody on the other end of the table that doesn't like what you're doing. A very well-known director told me I should really go back to college.
That's a good one.
Yeah, no, he wasn't that well-known, actually. He really wasn't. Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
All right. Good question.
But I was on the other, and I didn't listen to that. Like, somebody's trying to squelch your dreams, or, you gotta stay fit. Listen, here's my little speech. You gotta stay focused and laser focused on who you are and be tenacious, and don't let anybody get you down or anybody cut your legs out. In this world, there's enough opposition. You gotta stay close to your friends, stay close to your family, know who you are, stay focused. Imagine the result before it's here, and you can get there.
There you go.
Keep yourself intact.
Next, go ahead.
Hi, so I gotta ask, you guys got any funny, embarrassing stories to share about any of your cast members? Especially even ones that aren't even here right now.
A lot of Mark.
Who's gonna go there? Who's gonna go there?
The panel is being taped, and it will be on YouTube.
Yes.
Tanner used to have a spit cut. That's all I'll say.
Spit cut? Elaborate. Yes, elaborate.
Oh, that's all I'll say.
Well, there's your answer. All right. Who's next? By the way, Xolo, this is a young lady that was very excited to meet you.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. Hi, I'm Devotion. Oh my god. I'm a singer, a dancer, and an actor, and I was wondering if you guys had any tips or advice for me.
You're killing it. You're Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Stick with it. I think we can all agree this is not like an overnight success. Very rarely does that happen. There will be dry times. I think, I didn't get an audition for a year before getting Cobra Kai on a whim. So it happens when it happens. Don't rush it, and as long as you're doing what you love, you can't go wrong. And you're killing it. So yeah.
You good? You good? Okay. You had your chance. There it was. All right. Yes, sir. Go ahead. By the way, I think you're a fan of Cobra Kai. I'm just gonna take a wild guess.
I think on behalf of everybody's a huge fan. Let's hear it for going into the final season, we're not going to miss the most. I don't want it to stop, honestly.
For me, it'll be, creating with these guys, being inspired by the younger cast as well as the OG cast. My relationship with Billy over these 40 years, I said it out loud, it's gone through.
We were 2 years old when we met.
It's just been above and beyond anything I would have ever imagined. Our relationship as actors, as friends, as fathers, husbands, it's been pretty incredible, and that's not going to go away. But being to create where we've taken these characters, and certainly when I look at Peyton, well, less Jacob, but you were giving me a smirk, so you asked for it. But anyway, everyone down this panel here, the inspiration I gained from working with the young cast was made me want to be better, and I'll miss that, but we'll figure out other ways for that to be fulfilled.
Good. Xolo waking me up in the morning like, bro, shit, we're late. Dude, get up.
That happened! No, I'm gone. You wake up by yourself.
For my question, I just want to say, get him in a body bag! Yeah! My question for the room is, what's y'all's favorite ice cream?
Mint chip.
Vanilla.
One of my enemies.
Pistachio. Chocolate today.
Hey.
Coffee ice cream.
Thank you guys so much. I love you guys.
Thank you, man.
Peyton, did you say your favorite ice cream?
No one cares.
Oh, no one cares. Okay.
It's the same as Ralph. Chocolate.
Chocolate, okay. Next question.
Hi, I'm Krista. I love the Low Lobos podcast. And one of my favorite parts is the song of the week at the end. So I was wondering, what do you guys think your character's song of the week would be during Sakai Taikai?
What's a song that your character would listen to like pump themselves up?
What was that one song that we sang at karaoke? The only time we went to karaoke.
Bring Me to Life.
Bring Me to Life. Yeah! I can't wake up. Save me. Yeah, Dimitri is secretly emo. He just hides it really well.
All right, thank you for the question. Oh. Yes, sir.
My name is Alex, and I just want to ask y'all, if y'all had an autobiography of each of y'all, who y'all think the actor would portray you in that autobiography?
Probably Oscar Isaac. Probably Bacon Show.
I would say like Idris Elba. Just me like running through the streets of Claremont. Oh, he's British. Running through the streets of Claremont. Edward Norton. Yeah.
Anybody else?
Guy Fieri should play
Peyton?
Billy.
I'd like to see what Jack Black would do with me.
Anybody else? Anybody? No? We're good? We're good? No?
Ralph,
Vanessa?
got one?
No?
Get Peyton List to
To play me?
Yeah.
Oh, Marty Code.
Martin Cole!
There you go. All right. You good? Next question. Yes, ma'am.
My name is Cynthia, and y'all are such inspiration for content creators to have had this happen for something that you put on YouTube. Wow, that's amazing. And now that y'all are going towards your finale, what are some of your takeaways from going through on this journey together?
We gotta huddle up and discuss.
I don't know. I guess believe in the journey. You know, we came together. We didn't know where it was going to go, and we definitely had some ups and downs. And then also, like, you know, you work with people for long enough, it really becomes real relationships, like a real family. And you have to be ready for that. You have to welcome it.
I'd say Billy's really into manifesting and crystals.
I'm manifesting this answer. Keep going. Watch what I'm about to say.
Here we go.
The pressure.
All right.
Trusted Billy.
I don't know. Here's something. Listen, it does. You know, when you're an artist and you say one day I want to be an actor. You hope you're in something. Well, you want to make a difference. You want to play a character that's going to touch people, inspire people. That opportunity doesn't come along all the time. There's very few parts, shows, and things like that that feel good, lift people up, bring people together. This is one of those. It was like the movie Karate Kid was that. This show is that. And you know, I don't think we've been away from it long enough to realize what we've taken away from it because we're still in it. This 2 seasons haven't come out yet. I think in a few years from now we're gonna look back on this and really know because it's just, you know. So it's a special thing that, you know, and then we're sharing it with you guys and globally like this. It's just a really cool feeling, and it's fulfilling as an artist, as an actor, what you set out to do. play a part that is gonna challenge someone, make someone think and feel. Get them to do some push-ups on their knuckles, join karate, fall in love, take a chance, say I'm sorry, put down a beer, pick up a beer, eat some meat, all that stuff, Like there's a lot baked into this show that's really good for people, and all the stuff, the content that's out there, I think I'm super proud of it. I'm proud of all these guys, and we're all proud of, doing something that we all really serve because it was written for us, and we had to play these characters, and we were putting on a show. And there's a lot of people behind the scenes, from stunts to everything. It's a big, big production on with the editing and music and everything. It's a special thing. So the takeaway is, we're in the takeaway right now.
All right, good answer. Heads over just a few more minutes, but if you don't get a question, again, their booths are available downstairs. So get in line, they'll be there if you have any questions and autographs, all that good stuff. You know what it is. Yes, sir.
Put down your iPad. No watching iPads while you're asking questions.
I'm going to remember this.
Not a question.
First, I just want to say a couple things. First, I am hoping this is not a dream because I'm meeting my Disney Channel crush right here. My mom, I wanted her to come see you because we loved you on Bunked and Jesse, and I was gonna ask you what was it like working with the late Cameron Boyce, but I'm gonna choose a different question in case you feel uncomfortable about it. So my question is actually gonna be for Xolo, Jacob, and Peyton. But many of y'all can jump in. So when y'all were filming your fight scenes, because when I watched you during the cafeteria, you got me going through Cobra Kai, and I almost stopped at the school fight, but I kept going.
Wait, that's like the coolest part.
I know. So when you guys were recording those scenes, how long did it take to film those scenes perfected, or redo shots that you might have messed up on or something like that? Because when what's his name, the guy Robbie fell off. Well, I think it was you or Robbie who fell off the
Robbie.
Yeah, and broke his back. That really
That was a
struck me.
weekend. We shot that fight over a weekend. So the school fight, which I guess technically 2 weekends, all of the stuff that was in that high school for that second season was shot over 2 weekends. But we get, I'd say, a decent amount of time. Over the years, you become more proficient, you become more comfortable with the coordinators, they're designing the fights around you, similar to kind of how the writers are catering to you. The same goes with the stunts. So we get just enough time and no more.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. No?
Tell your mom thank you.
Okay. Oh,
Sorry,
first,
thank you for watching the
real
show.
quick, Peyton, I wanted you to say this before quick. Can you just say whoosh? And I'm so much better at this.
Say whoosh?
You go like whoosh. Whoosh. Like I'm so much better at this. You did that on Bunked.
better at this.
Okay. More passion.
So much better at this. I am so much better at this. Whoosh.
Hi, my name is Letty, and I'm my heart is beating because I'm literally in front of Ralph. I have literally been in love with you since 8 is enough when you were Abby's nephew. And to have, I love Cobra Kai, I love it, but you are like the hottest man. Gorgeous.
I love this game.
And again,
My new best friend.
all of my friends, I'm a teacher, and all my teacher friends are like, they cannot even believe this. I went to an all-girls school, and
That's why I'm the hottest guy.
I went to Incarnate Word High School, which is a very prominent high school here, and my name tag was your last name. That's how hot I love you. I'm sorry, but that's how hot you are. Thank you. I love you.
Thank you. Just another day at the office.
We have time for just 2 more questions, and then they gotta go. All right, so make it good.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Cordero Henry, and so this question is for any of y'all up there. San Antonio is known for the best tacos here in America ever.
Yeah, Xolo has a little counter argument to that. Okay, all right.
Everywhere. If you could name a taco after your character, what would it be called and what would it be?
El serpiente.
It would be the carmencita. And it would be spicy shredded chicken with pico de gallo.
Hell yeah!
Mine would be the broken shell, because Hawk broke my arm. It would be a cracked shell with a lot of ketchup. That's the blood.
Yeah, what do you got, Jacob?
Mine would be called El Halcón. There would be
Bald eagle?
Yeah.
The first bald eagle taco?
Bald eagle taco. It would have Al Pastor.
Freedom.
And shrooms. That's it. Go.
I got the no mercy, and it would just be meat and a lot of more meat, a piece of steak and some more meat, and lots of hot sauce.
All right, the last question of the night right here.
Well, since on the left, I had to change my question last minute, and that is, when we all watch the show, we feel Pat's, presence and spirit within the show, and to people who've worked with him and to those who haven't, how much of Pat's presence have y'all felt from all the years to filming the final season of the show?
Well, for me, it was always important, and Billy as well, from the onset, that Miyagi would be laced throughout this show, because that's a big part of the magic that got us here. That he was the secret sauce of the Karate Kid movie. At least for me, he was, and so to have his presence throughout and drive story and push characters without him being there, I think they've done a pretty wonderful job with that. I think it's interesting to hear what the young cast feel about that, because they did not get to know him, how that feels, how that felt for you guys to have a piece of that character, that legacy character throughout the series, and more to come in seasons, the end of season 6 as well.
Anybody else?
I really feel like you kept his presence alive on set, and even with our rap gifts, he would recreate the gift that he gave you for rap, and you brought so much of his presence and his heart to the show. So you made it really meaningful.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, thank you for the question.
Bonsai.
There you go. All right. So before I let y'all go back to the booth again. They'll be going back to their booths again. Go visit them, get in line, get that autograph photo. What can you tell us about Karate Kid Legends? What can you say?
When does it come out? Very little. It's,
right,
I can tell you that the movie Karate Kid Legends, which will come out May 30th in theaters, exclusively. I can't go into any depth on it, except it's another ecosystem within the grand universe of the Karate Kid and the mythology of that, and I'm excited for it. It all happens, the story is after the events of Cobra Kai, so I can't say a damn thing, but enjoy Cobra Kai, embrace Cobra Kai, make it the biggest series finale ever in the history of Netflix and television. I'm excited for that next chapter.
And I couldn't think of a better way to end this panel. Once again, give it up for the cast of